All right, what's up, Fanbase family? We're here for another edition of the finance and business news for this week through today's date, which is August the 14th. So let's get into it. Number one, markets eye a Goldilocks economy. So Wall Street is embracing what experts are calling a Goldilocks scenario, where the economy isn't too hot, but isn't too cold. With stable growth and earnings, the markets are now priced in up to three rate cuts before year end. So we shall see. Number two, small business regain confidence, but uncertainty remains. So the small business optimism index jumped 1.7 points in July to 100.3, showing improved sentiment. Still, uncertainty lingers around economic policy and trade concerns. Number three, real wages rise while prices start to fall. So good news for workers. Real average weekly earnings were up 1.3% year over year, with monthly gains continuing since 2025 began. Meanwhile, everyday key costs like gasoline, smartphones, and even eggs are down significantly from last year. Hopefully that's the same where you are, if you could say the same thing. Number four, wage growth for lowest income workers slowly begins to drop across the country. So yeah, ouch. However, real wage growth for low income workers has cooled down to 3.7% in July, the slowest pace since 2017. That gap between earnings at the bottom versus the top is raising concerns about spending power and economic fairness. Number five, Fed under pressure from Treasury Secretary. So the U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent urged the Fed to consider a 50 basis point rate cut at the upcoming meeting. The call comes as inflation remains steady at 2.7%, and markets are pricing in near certainty of easing. It's rare to see a Treasury head openly pushing Fed policy, which is between him and the president. That's been very interesting throughout this year. Number six, corporate earnings show resilience. So big tech and finance firms continue to outperform. About 81% of S&P 500 companies beat revenue expectations in Q2. That said, sectors like materials and consumer goods are starting to feel some tariff pressure. And then number seven, small business funding gets a boost. So sort of my area here. The Small Business Administration via SSBCI programs, which is State Small Business Credit Initiative. So that's what SSBCI stands for. Is rolling out expanded grants and technical support, especially for very small and overlooked firms. The goal, helping entrepreneurs become capital ready so that they can access loans and investment more effectively. And I'm a new tech founder now, and so I am working on that as well from a little bit different angle. All right, so quick recap. Goldilocks markets spark bets on multiple rate cuts. Small business confidence improves, though policymakers still weigh on their minds. Real wages are climbing, and prices for essentials are beginning to fall. But the lowest income workers are seeing slower wage growth, a growing concern. Treasury Secretary backs a big Fed cut, fueling market expectations. Strong Q2 earnings, particularly with tech and finance leading the resilience. And then expanded support for small businesses via SSBCI grants and training. My company here, River City Capital, we are one of 5 SSBCI lenders here in the state of Tennessee. So if you're in Memphis, definitely come check us out. That's the news for this week. Let's get back to the conversation. Fanbase Finance.